Hey, welcome back to your Caribou Data Science channel. Spain. This is the evening of September the 16th, 2021. It's time for your daily COVID-19 analysis. Before we get started, a big shout out to the 3 people who watched this video yesterday in the last 24 hours. Thanks so much for those 3 views. I sincerely mean that. A special shout out to the 2 young people who watched it, okay? There is a bit of a pattern here. It seems like in some countries, there's more youth watching these videos than adults, which we need to get both of them up. Okay, it'd really be nice to have 50 total views for each one of these countries here. Okay, of course Israel already has that, has been that level for a few days. Okay, but Spain 3 views, two younger folks and one older folks like myself. Okay, we'll just remind ourselves very briefly here that a couple of things. First of all, Spain only records numbers Monday through Friday, so they add Saturday and Sunday's numbers on the Mondays. Secondly, we also need to remind ourselves about the vaccines, at least the vaccine in the U.S. The vaccine in the U.S. and probably Spain will not keep you from getting COVID-19. Let me say that one more time. The COVID-19 vaccine will not keep you from getting COVID-19. What it will do, it'll reduce the symptoms, the severity of the disease, and it'll reduce your chance of dying from COVID-19. Of course, if you're under the age of 30, you probably wouldn't die anyway. But if you're like me, over age 65, well, the older you are, the greater the risk that you'll die from COVID-19. Okay? So let's just take a look here. You can see so far that Spain has had 4.9 million cases, let's say 86,000 deaths. This mortality rate simply means that the ratio of cases to death is increasing. Now, what about deaths? Well, you can see this is the best news for today. Your deaths spiked back on July 19th at 61,628 cases for a single day. But as of September the 15th, that number was down to 3,722 cases per day, with a 7-day average of 5,019 cases. While you're seeing deaths, let's take a quick look here. While you are seeing a bit of deaths, so nowhere close to these numbers back here early, for the last 12 months. So let's take a look closer here. We can see. Again, your deaths spiked it on August the 23rd at 201. As of September the 15th, that number has fallen to 90 per day, with a 7-day average of 101 deaths per day. Now here you can see that this is the good news. You had this increase in cases. Now you had a slow declining pattern in cases. Okay. My question for you is this: how many of these people were vaccinated? It's just something to ponder. What about deaths? Okay, you can see deaths have declined the last 3 weeks. Okay, or including this week, followed a 4 or 5 week increase. But the good news is the deaths even here was less than 1,000 per week. Okay, but the question, of course, is the same thing as cases. How many of these people were vaccinated? Now the question is, should you get vaccinated? Absolutely, no question about it. There is not uh, a single good medical reason for not getting vaccinated, particularly if you're like me, you're over the age of 65. Okay? Don't be scared off by some of the wild stories that's popping up here and there from various sources, most of which are not really reliable sources. The stories haven't been validated. Okay? So you can see here there were fewer cases in September than August, but September is still one, two, three, the fourth most cases so far. But I'm holding out hope that September's cases are going to be lower than these. Is going to stay below these 3 numbers right there. What about deaths? Well, you can see here your deaths are already past these 2 months right here. So we can hope that the September deaths will be below these 2 numbers right here. That wouldn't be a bad. I mean, it wouldn't be a good result, but it wouldn't be completely disastrous. Okay. So anyway, Spain, thanks so much for stopping by, and again, a big shout out to those 3 people who watched the video yesterday. You folks, invite your friends and family today to watch this new updated video. All you got to do is, click the subscribe button, click the like button, Most important of all, click on that share button. Share the video on Facebook and Twitter. You can also copy and paste the link to the video into an email or text message and share it with your friends and family that way, okay? Thanks so much for your time, Spain. We'll catch you tomorrow with an updated report.